Hi, I'm Rob, and in this Gems of War video, I'm just going to tell you a few quick tips for Underspire. Quite enjoying this new event so far, but first quick tip is when you're moving around, you don't actually need to move one pace at a time using the stick. If you go to the large map by pressing the R2 button or the equivalent, you can move manually there quite a lot quicker. And if you want to go to this merchant room down here, for example, you can go to there, press the back button, and you effectively fast travel all the way there. Pretty handy. Next, death trinkets. Absolutely pick these up. These are definitely worth getting. An unlimited use from the first merchant at the moment, and this trinket will death mark all enemies at the start of battle. You get 5 of them. That is just 5 gems each. That is an absolute bargain, and that means on the vast majority of fights, no matter what the power of the enemy, they can just conk out immediately. This is a bit of a game changer if you're a newer player to the game. It actually does give you a chance to do some of the higher levels in the game. So next little tip is avoid doing battles in rooms where there's basically a dead end. It's just not worth doing. If we jump up to here, for example, that is a dead end room. I could do that battle, but there's no need to. It's not going to lead anywhere, and it's not a boss fight. We're not going to gain anything effective from it. Next thing is if you are looking at the troop like this and you can't quite see what the name of it is, or you're unfamiliar, you can press the L1 and R1 buttons to cycle between going left and right between that card and have a look at it properly. Next thing, if we're going to use a trinket, for example, you can actually change your mind. This is pretty important. Let's do the old fast travel thing across to here. Ooh, there we go. Jump to there. So this, for example, you think, okay, these fights are getting a lot harder. I'm going to give myself an advantage and use a death trinket on your ugly lot. Let's dive into battle and see what you do. And then you go, oh no, they're immune to a death mark. That's annoying. I've just wasted a death mark trinket. Well, you actually haven't. You can actually go back, just press the back button, and you can press that again and turn it off. As long as it's not highlighted in that green color, you are not going to use that trinket. Next up, can we combine our trinkets? The problem with a death mark trinket is obviously if anybody's immune to death mark, and it's not going to work. But a hex trinket will actually fix that. And if you can't remember what the trinkets do, click the L3 button and it'll bring up the trinket descriptions, and you'll see that a frost trinket freezes all enemies at the start. You'll use this one when you're going to fight goblins and any team that has a chance to loop on you. Bone trinket. This trinket creates 6 doom skulls at the start of battle. Not particularly a fan of this. This can work in your favor as well as against you. You may not start with any matches, and then the match that you do could well easily just give the enemy a really powerful gem match, for example. But here's a kind of do you feel lucky. Hex trinket. This trinket will curse all enemies at the start of battle. Very useful indeed, especially against dwarves as well. The ones that got fortitude and things like that, and the ones that are immune to a death mark, like I'm going to try in a minute. And wild trinket. This trinket will create 4 times 3 wild cards at the start of battle. Again, can work in your favor, can work against you. It's not going to be something you're going to want to do all the time. Resistance trinket. This trinket will give you spell armor to all allies for the duration of the battle. Very, very handy indeed. Again, really good for a newer player to help you survive better. And death trinket, the best one of all. This trinket will death mark all enemies at the start of battle. A death marked enemy has a chance to just literally just die every single round. A 10% chance to just die every single round, no matter how powerful they are. So let's fight these troops here. But I'm going to chuck on a hex trinket and a death trinket at the same time. Let's see if these activate in the order I hope. Like if the curse comes first, then the enemy should actually be death marked. Oh, they turned off for some reason. There we go, fight. Now let's see what happens. Yes, see, that worked. So they do combine. They were immune to poison, disease, lycanthropy and death mark, but because we cursed them first, they are now all death marked. So they can just die at any moment. So let's go about the battle in a normal way. Knowing that any of them can just conk out at any moment, we'll cast our Rage Reaver on the second or third opponent down. Oh, that was a little bit unlucky not to get anything from that. 2 of them have recovered already. That's the way it goes. Come on, one of them's got to die, surely. Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. Let's see if we can silence them. Somebody's died. Then taken a mighty great wallop. But the key thing from this is the fact that if you've got those troops like that, which are immune to the death mark, for example, you can chuck on the hex first and get the curse, which is then going to combine with that death mark. Really nice. What am I looking for here? I'm sitting there looking around thinking, what am I doing? Let's get some red. Let's put them ones closer. That's kind of what I want. Want the blue, really. Can get brown as well. Yeah, let's take the brown away because they use brown at the same time. These fights are slowly getting progressively tougher, so you do have to be a little bit wary of the opponent. And let's give them a dose of Rage Reaver charging up the team and finish them off. Anyway, there's the video. A few quick tips on UNDERSPIRE. I'll let more tips go as I find them. It's like, and you can move to any merchant room as you like. If you run out of certain trinkets, like frost trinkets, you can buy them literally at any time, and they're pretty cheap for the first bundle at least. Like a frost trinket, you'd use that against, like I said, goblin teams and anybody that's a chance to loop on you, like a Charleston team or a secret Darkwood elf team, something like that. Well, there's the video. If you enjoyed it, found it useful, helpful, why not bash that like and subscribe button? It really does help. But most of all, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you again next time. Bye for now.